Professor Brian Cox, how you're here for a very good reason to help us out on Twitter, as myself and David are staunch atheists. I don't know if you are or not.
Well, yeah, although I don't like the label.
Not well, I don't, because now it's been mugged, and there's this new thing, new atheists that somehow they've linked with bigotry, which is exactly what we were talking about, where criticism of an idea suddenly becomes a human rights issue because they're trying to give an idea human rights.
Tell us why you don't like the label.
Well, because I think I don't want to be defined in terms of things I don't believe.
Of course.
Because there's an infinite list
of
things I don't believe.
There shouldn't be a word for atheism. There's not a word for not believing in fairies. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And also I agree with you that it's become a divisive term. Wrongly. It shouldn't be. As you say, it's a term that's arisen for people who don't believe in God.
But
but it's become, I think, a term that
there's this thing about people talk about militant atheists, or I describe myself, in fact, in my show as a fundamentalist atheist, and a few people have got cross with me about that because fundamentalism is always bad, but to some extent it's a joke,
of course,
because I just want to make it clear, but also I am a fundamentalist atheist because it's probably one of the very few things in my life that I have almost no sense of any other position on. No, I don't have any other.
No, because you're right, but it's just one thing. It doesn't say anything else about you other than you don't believe in any God. That's all it says. Now you can go one step further and you can say, I don't just not believe in God, I believe there is no God. But that is something beyond atheism. Just like you can be an atheist and support Chelsea. It shouldn't be part of the definition. So at its core, atheism is simply, I don't believe in God. That's all it is. I believe in God. There's a God. Can you prove it? No, I don't believe you then. That's all.
And I wouldn't actually think about it. I only think about it when asked.
Right.
So I don't wander around thinking, is there a God? It would never have occurred to me.
Exactly. It shouldn't have. If I said before, if people didn't keep inventing gods, I wouldn't have to keep denying them.
One of the things about my atheism, though, which I think might be different from yours, is yours will probably come, insofar as it is a part of your character, from scientific reason, which obviously is part of why we should all have those ideas. But my very, very fervent atheism also has a psychological component, which is, I put on Twitter the other day, someone was having the usual discussion that they have about, if there's a God, why is there suffering and evil? And I said, the presence of suffering does not suggest there is no God. The need for man to have meaning and purpose and in their life and continuance after death suggests there is no God. And that's really, it's so obvious to us, to me, that we would want to have a figure up there who was giving our lives meaning and significance and that would keep us going after death.
Again, it's different because, again, at its core, atheism is the result of there being no evidence to me that there is a God. That's all it is. Until you give me evidence, I don't believe in something.